Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday. I'm just feeling silly. But it's Wednesday. It's going to be a good time. It's time for reading sprints. I'm pretty excited about it. In general, Wednesdays are just so much easier for me. I just have less stress going into it. Although, I don't know about everyone else, but today was really, I was going through it. Well, not like, it wasn't like I was having a bad day. It was just like the day was just wild. It's just things were just bonkers. And like I got to the point where I was just like, fuck it. Like, you know what? I'm getting paid to be here, not to do a good job necessarily. That's kind of where I got in life. I'm like, okay, well, is what it is. So I'm just kind of going with the flow on it, and I feel real good about it. Sometimes when you decide to just stop giving so many shits, your life improves. So I'm giving fewer shits, and I feel good about it. Hello, Helen. How are you? Hey, Sharon. How are you? Okay. I know people have commented that I've always seemed to be reading Anne Rice and or Ian Fleming. I know. However, I'm reading Anne Rice. I'm going to be reading Blood Communion. This is the last book of the Vampire Chronicles. They're all done. This is the last one, and it's skinny. I looked it up, and there's 265 pages only. And I was like, oh, wow. And some of the pages have pictures. So this is going to be short for Anne Rice. I'm not sure what the publication journey was, because I know Anne passed away around this time, so I don't know if this was finished or not, or if it's just what they had. But I'm kind of happy that it's a short book. I'm gonna just breeze through this so I can hopefully film my recap over the weekend and just be ahead of the game. So that's the plan. Blood Communion. Fingers crossed. I don't know. I'm going to read half of it today because I don't want to push it and script and read and do all that kind of jazz. Let's see. Oh, no. Well, I'm glad it works on your phone at least. But if you have to cut out early, no problem. I hope your internet comes back. Hello. Just got out of the shower. I need to take a shower. I haven't done that today. I'm a mess. I'm a night showerer anyways. I'm not a morning shower person. Hello, how are you? Thank you. This is my serendipitous sweater because I literally just went on Amazon one day and I wrote skull sweater because I wanted something with skulls on it. And this one popped up. I think got it for $15. So you can Google skull sweater and probably get it for a similar price. But yeah, it was just one of those random things. And it's big and long and comfy. And I enjoy it as well. So thank you. So I'm a very handsome optometrist. Okay. There you go. Win some, you lose some. Yeah, that's fair. I'm actually, now that you talked about food, I'm just realizing I should probably eat food. I ate at 11. I had a breakfast sandwich. So I ate today. I just haven't eaten anything since then. I'm like, oh gosh, it's 5? Okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway. Hey, Larissa, how are you? Anyway, so hi, everybody. It's Wednesday. Doing my stuff. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. I'm just discombobulated all of a sudden. But going to be reading Blood Communion, taking notes as I go, scripting. And that's all I got. Part of me wanted to be irresponsible, and I deserve to be irresponsible if I want. And I was gonna just read smutty delights for the sake of it, just because I'm vibing with it. But I was like, I should get my work done, and then I can read smutty delights. So I'm gonna be responsible. There's only 5 books I have to read this month because this month is bonkers for book clubs. I have 3 book clubs this month. So, Vintage Lesbian Read Along is coming along. It's going to be on my channel this month, so I'm hosting. It's going to be on October 30th, so right before Halloween. Over on my channel, we're going to be talking about Annie on My Mind. And then it's Blades and Bodice Rippers Book Club, and we're going to do the live show, I think, on Saturday the 27th. I'm not sure what time in the day, probably in the evening. And we're reading Magic Toy Shop by Angela Carter, I believe. And then our Patreon book club, which I just announced, we're reading The Stranger Upstairs. So those three plus Blood Communion plus Goldfinger. Those are the books I got to read this month. Everything else is like bonus. But there we go. Yeah. My full TBR is coming. I filmed it recently. I should have filmed it earlier than I did. Like I just got the video done. So I'm going to edit it tonight, put it up. So it'll be up on Saturday. But you know what? I'm decided to give fewer shits about things. Things are going to happen when they happen. And like, I feel good. Feel good about it. Oh shit, you're reading Six of Crows? I love it. It's one of my all-time faves. I hope you enjoy. Supernova Era by I'm not gonna try. I know it's Liu. I don't want to ruin the name by my mispronunciation, but that sounds cool. Vampires of El Norte. Okay. Oh, the Zodiac Academy. That was a hypey series. I haven't read them, but I know like everyone was so hyped about them for like a hot minute. Vampires El Norte, I don't know how I feel about, because I really disliked the other book that author wrote. Well, not really disliked. I just thought it wasn't very good. But Vampires El Norte, I have heard good things about, so I hope you're enjoying it. Ooh, which one's my favorite of the Vampire Chronicles? Well, the thing with the Vampire Chronicles is that they have got increasingly more bizarre as time has gone on. So if I had to pick, I'm probably just going to go for the original, like Interview with the Vampire, because that's a good book all on its own. And it has fewer questionable sex things than the rest of the series. That one still has kind of like iffy stuff, but like it gets so weird by the end of the series. So yeah, I think probably Interview. And also, I don't know, Vampire Lestat is also good, has more iffy sex stuff, but it's kind of Lestat's rebuttal. Because in Interview, you know, Louis has a creative interpretation of the past. It's not exactly what happened. Like, Lestat is quite different when he's talking on his own. So those first two books, I think, are my faves. For sure. You know what? I'm still reading those Mead Mishaps. Last month, our book club pick was That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon, I believe. And I kept reading. I read the novella, and then I've read the second book. That time I got drunk and yeeted a love potion at a werewolf. I read that all in one night, like on Monday. I read the whole thing. And then I just started That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Human. Before this, I read like 3 chapters of it. Because they are perfect dumb smut. Like, they're short, they're to the point, they're funny, they're smutty. Exactly what I need in my life. The Quarry Master. Okay. Well, you know what? Sprints is the perfect time to do that because you're in a captive audience. You got to read something. Post-apocalyptic sci-fi. Okay. Why not? I like the title, Bone Dance. Like, it sounds kind of fun. Yeah. I mean, you know what? I've also come to realize that real life is also important. And not that, like, us having a conversation isn't real life, but it's also important to, like, be with the people who are in front of you. So hanging out with your friend is a good thing to like miss a book club over. You know, like I realize I don't pay enough attention to people that are right in front of me, and I should change that. I've had a mental breakthrough recently instead of a mental breakdown, which is a new exciting thing for me. Like I'm doing well mentally. Like I figured some shit out, so I'm feeling good. And yeah, it was weird having a mental breakthrough instead of a breakdown. But yeah, you know, it's important to be with the people who are around you. So, I mean, next book club, we'll probably bring it up. This last book club went wild, though. So if you've seen the live stream, for anybody who's not a patron, I'm just talking about lots of stuff. But it went off the rails because they usually do. But like, I learned in that live stream that snakes have not one but two penises. We talked about a lot of weird stuff, but I learned that snakes have two dicks. And I didn't even know they had one dick. So these are the perks of being a member or a patron. So yeah, we'll probably talk about it some more in the next book club. So I wouldn't be too upset. Hey, Beth. Shishin, thank you. Because I know like S's and C's, like some make Z and some make X sounds, and some, I don't know. It's hard to like remember because I mean I don't speak Mandarin, so I shouldn't be expected to know. But thank you for telling me. Supernova era. Everyone over the age of 13 has died. And what kind of world will children build? Yikes! I mean, children don't know how to do stuff. I don't think there's a lot of like Doogie Howser children. I just kind of dated myself, but like Doogie Howser was old when I was a kid. I just remember watching it like on random syndication. Oh, Cloud in the Cornfield. Yes, get ready for spooky season. I love that. Ooh, Vicious by V.E. Schwab. That is one of my all-time favorites, Caitlin. Oh my goodness. I love that book. The next book, Vengeful, not everyone liked as much, but like go with it. Because in the end, I really liked it, but it's an acquired taste. But yes, Vicious, it's so good. I'm so happy you're reading it. But there you go. Well, at least you have a book to keep you company while you're doing your laundry. Waiting for Healing by Sarah Pirtle. Pirtle? I think I said it right. Second book in the Nashville Nights series. It just came out Monday. Oh, awesome. Brand new book. Love it. Sisson to the Villain. Yay. I bought it just recently. So fun fact, there's a few of my patrons and channel members in the chat. It's going to be one of the options for November. I want to read it with you guys. I think it would be so fun to read Assistant to the Villain for book club. Not trying to like, you know, force you guys to pick that one, but it's going to be on the agenda for November. Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea, honestly. Like sometimes I just get sucked into a rabbit hole on my phone and I have to like physically put it away from me. Otherwise, I won't stop. So like I get it. Main character in the book is named Alfredo with dick pasta. Oh, made Alfredo with dick pasta. Okay. I mean, I think Alfredo is probably a poor choice. I mean, what sauce is a good choice? I mean, Alfredo's white. We could all assume what that looks like. And then marinara is red. And we're like, we don't want bloody dicks. So, like, I don't, oh, God. Every live show, it goes off the rails. But, question to the group. What kind of sauce is appropriate for dick pasta? Yay! I just bought it. I'm excited to read it. I think it's going to be fun. See, but pesto I feel is a little less like automatically like ew. Because like green, you're not thinking anything like blood or cum. You're just green. That's true, but not on dicks. Maybe, yeah. You could maybe do like a pink sauce or something, like a vodka sauce. There's options, but I'm just like, I don't, you can't be red or white. They're too related to fluids. They can't be around dick pasta. So yes, some other type of sauce. It's a Wednesday, everybody. Maybe you could do like an olio olio. Just let the dick pasta be the star of the show. It was just like a kind of an oil based sauce. Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, so we can either let the dicks be the main attraction, the dick pasta. Sorry for anyone just joining, and have like a clear sauce, like a buttery or olive oily sauce, or green or red. Yep. I mean, then you can actually give them a bowl, like a whole bowl of dicks. Anyway, this is okay. Let's just do a sprint. We need to stop this rabbit hole. It's gone to a place that's very strange. Let me bring up our duck friend. Here is Miles, our duck friend. We're gonna go ahead and start our sprint now. Hello, a gentle coming back from sprints. How did everybody do? I was mid-sentence, taking my notes. I probably could have read further than I did, but I was scripting at the same time. So I got to page 34, which I think is a fair amount. It's over. Wait, is it? Yeah, it's over 10%. So there's that. But yeah, I read a little chunk of it. They have introduced yet another new vampire. There's so many vampires. I don't know how I feel about them. I'm going in very blind to this book. I don't want to know things because, frankly, it's going to be wild no matter what. But I don't know. Something gives me the willies about this guy. His name is Dimitri. He's a new vampire. Lestat meets him, falls in love with him because he falls in love with literally everybody he meets. And, like, I don't know. Because Dimitri seems rather disingenuous in his earnestness. Maybe he just is a nice guy and I'm like a cynical asshole. I don't know, but he just seems like off. My reader intuition is telling me things, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm going to get back to it when I do. Hey, Cassie, how are you? Finish one chapter. I mean, if you've got a debate that hard, first step, skim a little bit. Just see, like, does this pick up? If it doesn't, then just, you don't have to waste your time on it. Yeah, Kaz's backstory is a doozy. Hold on tight. It's a lot. 40% into Clown in a Cornfield, and it's just starting to get interesting. Oh, that must be a slow burn. Got some things done. Also read a bit of a Kindle Unlimited romance. Very cool. For real. I mean, at this point, Lestat's pretty set in his ways, I guess. And I mean, the whole reason he meets Dimitri is because Dimitri writes a letter saying, this guy's picking on me. And he's like, okay. And he goes to New Orleans. He finds out the hooligan vampires had broken into his apartment and they slashed up a painting that Louis liked. And he's like, no, how dare Louis like that painting? Like, that's really gets him going. Because he's still with Louis at this point. Like, there's no mention of them breaking up. It just Lestat falls in love with everybody he meets. And he really likes Dimitri, who's kind of coming off and says, oh, shucks, I'm just a nerdy guy, likes my books and interior decor. And I'm like, I don't know about you. I feel like you're up to something. I don't know. I'm just like, you can't be that, like, precious and be a vampire in this world. Like, there are some, like, kind of precious vampires, but he's too precious. And I'm like, what's your deal? There you go. Well, you're getting it done, so progress. I mean, you know what? You gave it a good shot at 50%. If you don't like it, toss it. Like, I have, you know, for me at least, I don't have very many qualms about it. If I don't like it, I'm just going to stop reading it. Life's too short. Like, I got better shit to do. The Gremlin Kitten. Love it. Anyway, so yeah. I mean, Lestat's being his self in this book so far. He gets mad that he's like, how dare they slash Louis' painting? So just getting mad about stupid shit and then taking it too far. And then like, oh, a new vampire friend. I'm in love with him. He's interesting. And it's like, man, Lestat. It can't be everybody. And it's setting up like vampire drama, like, oh, I can't go to court, this vampire doesn't like me, and Lestat's like, oh, well, I'll go make the vampire like you. And it's like, Lestat, this is not your job. Anyway, sorry, this one is like odd in how, I don't know, ordinary it feels. I mean, yes, it's like they're vampires and shit who are also kind of aliens now, if you're following along. But The stuff happening in here seems rather ordinary. Like the situation is like, oh, I can't come to your house because this guy at your house doesn't like me and he'll get mad, so I can't come over. And it's like high school bullshit. So I'm like, what's happening? So I mean, I'm only 34 pages in. There could be twists and turns. So we'll find out. Yeah. I mean, if you don't like the characters, you don't got to read them. Third of the way through my current ridiculously long chapter. Holy moly, 185. Oh, this is like a whole book at that point. Good gracious. Like chapter I was on, it was like 41 minutes in my audiobook. Mind you, I'm at 3 speed. So it's like 13, 14 minutes or so. And that's fine. Like that's a reasonable amount of time at 185. Holy moly. That's just a lot. It's still like 90 minutes. Good gracious. Yeah, that's not chapter, that's a novella. For real. Anyway. Stretchy, stretch. I kind of just want to dive back in because I'm like almost done with this chapter and I want to continue my script I was writing because I was like mid-sentence in it. So maybe we'll just do another sprint. Are you guys cool just diving right back in? Like I was kind of in a flow. Let's do one more sprint. Let's just do it. Let me bring back Miles. Hello, Miles. How are you? Okay, so let's do a 30. We're going to start it now. Hello, everybody. Gently coming back from sprints. That was our second of the evening. Whew. Okay. Luckily, I finished my chapter and my little synopsis of it. So I'm up to chapter 6, page 60. I don't know. I'm so suspicious of this Dimitri guy. Things are a bit too convenient, I think. But who knows? Maybe this is a red herring. And like, I don't know. And then like people have already been killed. We're only 60 pages in, everybody. Things are getting wild. But is what it is. Let's see. Oh yeah, Supernova Era. That's the one with the not a chapter, a novella. A really long chapter. Caitlin. For patrons and channel members, it is, oh shit, what is it? What's the name of it again? The Stranger Upstairs by Lisa Matlin, I believe. Yeah, so Strangers Upstairs is kind of like murder house, haunted house, generically spooky Halloween treat for everybody to read together. Also, it's like fairly short, which is kind of nice. Maybe. Yes, it is. I am wearing my GoldenEye shirts for dweebery. It's also, I was wearing it when I filmed my video. So it'll be in the video on Saturday. Yeah, I still got to edit it. Not the Marrying Kind by Jay. Okay, I hope he's treating you better than your other one. Up to chapter 5. Great stuff. Mattia and Nina's backstory. So Matthias and like, they're cute. I love it. Yay, me too. I literally just wanted like a James Bond shirt. So this is how I get my clothing, apparently. I went on Amazon, I wrote women's James Bond shirt, and then like a whole bunch of shit came up, and then GoldenEye, and I was like, that's the one. So I bought it. It's kind of like their merch on demand, so like just print it and send it to you. I think it was like $20. Yeah. Amazon wardrobe, everybody. Sometimes I just get like a vibe and I'm like, oh, I need to go get this. And I just Google it and buy the first thing that happens to me. Yay. Anyway. Rescued a cat toy in 20 pages. I think that's a successful sprint. Sweet lesbian romance. Aw, I love that. Hopefully it's like sweet and spicy. I don't know. Romances don't have to have spicy bits. They don't have to. I like them too. I am a spicy lady. So for me personally, I'm like, I'm just going to be a pervert in the corner waiting for them to fuck. Oh my! It worries me that you put the very happy face after bodies dropping. Beth, who are you today? But like, I get it to be happy that something's happening in the book, but I'm just like, that's alarming. Anyways, oh boy. So those are our first sprints, both of our sprints for the evening. I still got a fair amount to read. I think I'm like just about halfway through my reading for the day. I wanted to get to the 50% mark, and I'm on page 60. So like I got some reading to do, but it's going well enough. I mean, not a lot's happened. There's new characters and murder so far, and we're only 60 pages in. So there's that. One or two really hot scenes. Nice. At least I'm honest. It's finally as advertised. Nice. But yeah, no, I'm just admitted that I'm a big perv and I want to see people fucking books. I'm a classy lady who likes to read her porn. I've had that on my channel since the very beginning. And I mean it. I think if I ever did merch, maybe I'd put that on a shirt. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know if people would actually want to wear that. I would. But then again, I'm also wearing a James Bond shirt, so what do I know? You know, like I for a long time I like was struggling with it because I'm like, oh, I should wear like grown-up clothes that are like actual clothes. I'm like, I don't know how to dress myself. It's like my one adult skill, like I haven't really learned that well. And I was like, I don't have to. I'm just finally coming to terms with like, I don't have to wear grown up clothes. I can wear what I want. And if I want to wear shirts with James Bond on it, that's what I'm going to do. I like wearing things that are things I enjoy. I like skulls. I got my skull sweater. I like James Bond. I got James Bond shirt. I like to be surrounded by things I like. And I'm not going to feel bad about it. Like I said, I had a mental breakthrough the other day, not a mental breakdown. So I'm like, I'm feeling good. And I've realized like there's nothing wrong with me. Like anyway, that's a whole other mental health issue where I'm just like, there's something wrong with you. You can't dress like an adult. Why don't you do things right? And then I'm like, I'm fine. I don't have to do that. I am making like shit up for myself to achieve that's unachievable. And I'm just punishing myself for it. So I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this? So I've decided, fuck it. I'm going to give fewer shits about things and just do what I want. It's a recent development, but like I feel so much healthier mentally. So mental breakthrough instead of breakdown. I have learned something this week. I felt good about it. That sounds like something I say. Lift the kilt and let me at it. I mean, I don't remember saying it, but I believe you that I said it. It seemed that checks. 128 of 185. Ooh, okay. So you're getting there. You're getting there. You're going to finish it. I'm like sending you good vibes to finish your novella of a chapter. As an ace love interest. Oh, okay. Love the representation. I love the comments because you all give each other like book recs and everything. I love it. And other graphic shirts in a world renowned lab. There you go. I want to be surrounded by things I like. Like I'm tired of trying to force myself into this mold that I thought I had to be in the world. Like, oh, I should dress like a grown up and not wear like fucking graphic tees. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I like my graphic tees. I don't have to do that. So as soon as I like started to like myself, I guess, which is like a weird thing to admit, that not liking yourself, but so I was like, you know what? I'm okay. And like I started, I don't know, it's the first step of like liking myself. It's just be like, you like things and that's okay. So yeah, anyway, I don't want to make this whole like sprint about like my mental health, but like it's been a good few days, I would say. This is a relatively new mental state for me. Yes, the end is in sight of your novella chapter. Perfect Rhythm has an ace main character. Okay, great. So Perfect Rhythm by Jay. I'll have to check it out because I don't read enough books with like an ace love interest. Obviously, they're not going to be smutty. Like I'm not expecting them to. It depends on the characters. But I would like to see like, you know, ace people can have relationships. Not all of them are like aromantic. Some of them are just asexual. Sort of pair of Kuromi plushie slippers. Fair. I need a new pair of slippers, and I was looking on Amazon again. I should do my shopping in actual stores, but like it's so easy just to Google things and like they show me where it is, and I get it. But like I was like, ooh, I want like fun slippers, and I found a pair of like Ghostface slippers from like Scream, and I was like, I feel like these are coming in my future. I didn't buy them yet, but like I'm vibing with it. Yeah, exactly. They don't. I mean, it's always, I would rather someone do it well than try to force it in because I feel like in romance, it's a little bit difficult depending on the romance you're writing because, you know, you can't do the smutty bits. Well, I guess you could. There's some type of, you know, there's levels. Everything is a gray zone really in sexuality. So some asexual people or ace individuals might enjoy sex occasionally or not at all, or, you know, it's up to them. So I think it's just because it's like not represented enough. So I don't know if people really know how to handle it well. in literature, but that's what sensitivity readers are for, and I think it should be in more literature. I just think it's like a difficult sexuality to write if it's not your sexuality. Yes, thank you, Kaylin. I agree. I'm like, breakthrough instead of a breakdown. Corgi plush slippers for years. Oh, yay. I love that. Like, I had boring slippers. They were just like pink, like just pink quilted. I was like, I should have grown up things. And I'm like, why? I don't need to have grown up shit. I can have what I want. But not Aero. There you go. Love romance. Love being wooed. Just don't like the other stuff. Fair. You know, like there's all different levels of asexuality, and everyone's different. But like, I know a lot of people aren't aromantic. They just don't enjoy the fucking. You know how I am. I could have said that better, but then you get what I mean. Yay. Okay, so great review for that one. I'm glad you found a book, Cassie. This is going to be good. Oh, there you go. Twinsies. Shiny dragon slippers. You do you, Beth. I love that. Oop. It's really hard for us to be accepted into the world because we're not normal. Exactly. Like I want more books with ace characters in them. I want them done well, because I don't want someone just to shoehorn in an ace character and not do it right and like do a disservice to the community. I don't know if I'm being very articulate about it. I want to see more representation always. I try to read very diversely all the time, because I don't just have to wait for a certain month of the year to read diversely. I'll do it all the time, which I think everybody should. And I would love to see more ace romances. So I'm probably going to go check out that book, because that one I have heard good things officially about. So, shoot, what was it called again? Perfect Rhythm. Okay, I have a pen and my little notepad. Oh, God. I don't know how to spell rhythm, apparently. I'll remember what I was trying to say. I'll try to check that one out too. Thank you for the recommendation. Shiny dragon slippers. Where'd you get them? Oh, there you go. Target has gems. Like, that's awesome. I don't feel the need to lift the kiln. Fair. The romantic agenda. Okay. Love that. Try Google. Oh yeah, I forgot. Like, everyone's so international. Do they have targets in Canada in general? Or just not where you are? I don't know. I know everyone's in different like countries and stuff. 15-year-old just casually asked me, told me he was ace the other day. Oh, okay. Well, like I that is a parenting win. Your 15-year-old felt completely comfortable coming to you with that. So that's amazing. I mean, you're a good person anyway, so like I get that. But yes, resources. And we have a couple books we have been recommended, so there's that. I don't know how good of like a resource they are, but at least it's like getting into that person's mindset. One of Tilly Cole's books. Very smutty. Okay. Well, there's different levels. Some people are aromantic but not asexual. There's a lot of gray zones, and a lot of different people all identify differently. Oh my gosh, in the country? I'm sorry. Maybe it's an American thing, but like, we love Target. Target is everything. It's the best. I'm so sorry. Oh no. I feel bad about it. But yeah, no, Target's like, I live personally where I am, like within 10 minutes, I could get to 3 different Targets. There's so many Targets here. Like literally 2 of them are down the street from each other. They're less than a mile apart from each other. I don't know why there's 2 Targets that close, but it's literally, I can go to one Target and just drive down the same street for like a mile, and there's the other Target. It's kind of absurd how many Targets there are. But anyway, we had a journey tonight. We had mental health. We had dick pasta for a minute, and Target, and also Ace representation. So we were all over the place tonight. Really enjoy reading smut, or at least skip the sexy stuff. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I mean, like, there could be other things going on in the book, and it doesn't always bother people. It's all Walmart. Yeah. It depends, I think, also. Yeah, you're right. Where you are in the country. Walmarts are everywhere. Like, I have to drive a little farther to get to a Walmart, but mind you, I'm in Los Angeles. So we're less of a Walmart area and more of a Target area. But I would also, within like 20 minutes, I could get to probably at least 2 Walmarts. I live by too much stuff. It's weird. Love smutty books. Okay. I love this. I didn't know I had so many Ace identifying people in the chat, so this is really cool. But yeah, if you guys have recommendations, there were several in here. I would love to read some more Ace representation in romance because I think it should exist. I know there are some, but I want more accurate representations, I suppose, because there's like, I'm not saying an author can't do it right when writing outside of their own voice, but it's a little tricky sometimes. Like, there's a lot of women who write male romance, and I'm always like a little iffy about it. Like, not that they could do a really great job, they could be queer themselves, but it's like there's some type of exploitation going on for some and not all, and it kind of ruins it for people. So I do want more Ace representation. I would love to read some of those. I don't know if there's like an own voice is what I would love to get into that, because I would want to see like accurate representations. And I mean, I've read Ace characters in other books, but they weren't romances. Like A Big Ship at the Edge of the Universe or Galaxy. I forget the last name of that one, but it's by Alex White. That book is incredible. It features an Ace, one of the main crew of misfits that work together. One of them is an Ace character. It's done really well. I know Alex White themselves identifies as queer, so like a lot of the characters are queer and have all these different things going on. So that one's really good. I like that one if you're looking for something that's not a romance but also has Ace characters in it. There you go. I mean, sometimes it's just not worth it. Like, I mean, I've been in a relationship for like 11 years, so I think at certain points you're just like, let's just eat pad thai and go to bed. And not that I'm like an Ace individual. I don't identify that way, but still, like, I get it. Trying to Google dragon slippers, and there's a middle grade book of that name. What? Okay. I need to think where else I've read an Ace character. Exactly. I don't identify as Ace, but I would love to see the representation. I'm just like a big horny weirdo. I guess I don't really label it. I guess if I had to label it, I'd probably say pansexual. Because really, if you're hot, you're hot. Like, I don't really care about genitals. Like, I'll make it work. Like, I don't really have like a preference. Well, I have a preference, but like, if you're hot, you're hot. I don't really care what I'm working with. Like, I'll figure it out if I really want it. That's about where I am in things. Equal opportunity perv. Oh, okay. Romantic agenda. Okay, got my pen still. Cool. Those 2 words I can spell. I can't spell rhythm, apparently. Just, there's so many letters in it, and I know not all of those letters are in the word rhythm. It's very long, and I'm like, oh no. Oh no. You need more Demi as you get older. Dumb was stupid but sexy. I mean, there's a certain pureness to, you're here for a short time, not a, for a good time, not a long time kind of a thing. But still. There you go. There you go. Pan 2. There you go. Oh, congrats on coming out. I don't know. I don't think this is me coming out. I just don't really go around telling people. I think it's pretty obvious that like I'm an equal opportunity perv all the time. It just doesn't really occur to me to like label it. But anything. Basically, what's my type? Everyone. Though my bi romantic than sexual. There you go. Sexuality is all a big gray mess, and everything, as long as you're not doing something awful sexually, like do things with other consenting adults. That's fine. Whatever. I'm not going to yuck anybody's yum. I'm just like, hey, if you're both consenting to this and this is what you want to do, then go for it. There's a lot of weird stuff, but as long as everyone's into it, that's fine. And you're all adults and you all want to do that. Because there's weird stuff. like I'm not even going to bring them up because I figured we've gone down the rabbit hole too far already. Anyway, woo! And yes, I love readers supporting other readers. This is great. Yes, congrats, Cassie, as well. Yay! I have such a diverse group in here, and I love it. And we all give each other book recommendations, and we're all supportive. So reading sprints are the best because you guys are so awesome. And I always like enjoy coming because it's always like a good conversation, and everyone's nice to each other. I love it. Well, pansexual and pan-romantic. Romance and sex aren't always the same thing. They're related, but like they can be separate. Some people are just into the romance and not the penetration or what have you. I think you nailed it on that one. Anne Rice has a lot of questionable sexuality in her books. And like every time I say something about it, I get so many comments on YouTube defending her choices, and I'm like, guys, she's not a paragon of virtue. Like, why do you have her up on this pedestal? You can like the book and still admit that, like, hey, they probably shouldn't have fucked a bunch of kids in it. Like, oh my god. I feel like I'm living in like the wilderness. Like, what? Like, I just don't respond. I just don't respond because I'm like, there's no responding to that. It's so bananas. And if it's really bad, I block and report. Like, I don't engage. Yay, samesies. Anyway, everybody, thank you for coming and hanging out with me. You cannot hear it, but my stomach is growling something fierce, so I should go eat because I haven't eaten since 11 a.m. And that's on me. I forget. But I'm a work in progress. So I'm going to go make dinner, finish my reading, do some editing. Got stuff to do tonight. Yeah, like these aren't something to aspire to. Like there's too much children being sexualized in them for people to defend. You don't have to defend it. Like you can still read the book and appreciate the writing and still point out that this is problematic. Like I don't know, people don't always agree and they need to defend it. And it's just like, why? Like, why are you trying to defend this? I don't get it. I'm not on their journey. But anyway, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me. I'm going to go eat dinner, and I will be back next week with more sprints. Sticking with Wednesdays, I think it has better energy. Mondays, I'm just so flustered because I have so much work to do always. And it's just like, it takes a long time to like transition. Wednesdays, I feel it's like easier. So going to stick with Wednesdays. I feel good about it. Good night. See you later. Have a great week. Good night. Good night, everybody. Have a good weekend, everybody. I will see you guys next week. Okay.